was asking about, what's going on between Hall and Tyler. Like, is that just distracting to the office and should it be off limits in general? Or what are your thoughts?
I think our situation is unique because we're so much in the public eye. I mean, we're being shown in 192 countries, translated in 200 languages. So it's different for us because the world is watching. And you know, I've lost business because of the behavior that was being done in the office from the show, right? So to answer your question, I don't care what you do, just go somewhere else. You have a house, go to do it by the dumpster, go hide somewhere. Like, why do you have to do it? But again, they obviously did that on purpose because they wanted to get caught. Because if they didn't want to get caught, they would have never done that. So, it's just, but there's a lot of people that just only care about themselves, unfortunately, and they don't think about how it could affect other people that are actually working in real life. So
What did you lose business over? Like, was it Hall and Tyler, Polly and Tyler, or none of the above? Was it something else? Like, what actions on the show did you lose business over?
I mean, yeah, I mean, it was the interactions, Polly getting naked in season one was a thing, that I've been talked to with that I've spoken with other clients. And, they look at that type of behavior and think it's very messy, and it is. Um, and it's unfortunate, that that's the case. But at the same time, I mean, it's a show. So it's like, if there's no drama, there's no show. And jokes on everyone if they really the show's about real estate.
Right. And what and
Yeah.
what and what did clients say? Just things like, we want to make sure you're not doing this. We don't, we're contemplating not being, or we don't want to be associated with an office that has agents like this, and we're taking our business. We're going to go with another agent somewhere else to list the property.
Yeah. Yeah, they want to be associated with that type of behavior. So when Brandi said that, I was like, "Oh yeah, yeah, I've had that happen too." I mean, it obviously it hasn't happened a lot. I haven't lost a lot of business. If anything, I've gotten more. But I mean, that's still business loss. And again a single mom. Like, I'm trying to provide too, and I don't want to lose out on hundreds of thousands of dollars. So
I don't blame you. I'm very common life until what you're doing is affecting my business. Now
yeah,
I see red, right? Then I'm like, no,
yeah,
we're not coming back from this.
yeah.
Interesting.
When it comes to my money and my family, like, those are the things that I'm just like, very protective over. But it is what it is. You just got to learn how to navigate through it and just be knowledgeable and very professional. And that's how I am. And my clients see that and they respect that, of course. So
That's good. I mean, it's good that it's helped business, even though you've lost some business because of it.
yeah.
Who do you think is more inappropriate towards Tyler, Hall or Polly?
I mean, I uh, in their different own ways. I mean, I think they both were absolutely.
Did you shock yourself this season? Because, like you said, you really had a new attitude going into this. I could see that, and I understand it's edited, but I could see that as a viewer. I was like, wow, Kayla really, truly, like I said before, kind of you found your voice. Was that just more like, well, I don't care anymore? Like, where did that come from? Like, because it seemed like a new Kayla this season.
I know a lot of people are saying that, it's the new Caleb, but really it was just me being me. Season one, I was holding back. I was caring too much. I was scared. I was, afraid how I was going to look. And this season, I was like, I'm just going to be myself. People don't like it. That's fine. And, of course, I come in a little like with more attitude, and it was frustrating because those moments, it's like production was like, Kayla, we need more attitude, more spice. And I'm like, right now, really? Like, but again, if you don't have all those, you won't have a show, and I have fun with it. So, but in real life, I mean, I'm not like that.
You're like, I just want to do my day job, people.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Have you learned anything about yourself just from this experience of being on reality TV?
Have I learned about myself? I mean, other than coming in with, just being myself and not being afraid to be vulnerable, and it's okay. And it's okay because at the end of the day, not everyone's gonna like you regardless. I still have people coming after me, for all the wrong things that are not even true. And, sometimes I do find myself in a place because I've done healing work, but in the past, I think a lot of women can relate to this, where we grew up as people pleasers. And so when people like that are messaging me and commenting and saying all the negative things about things that are not true, my people pleasing self sometimes wants to respond to every single DM and comments, and you can't do that because you will drive yourself crazy. And so I just have to shut that off and remind myself about my purpose and what I'm actually doing in real life, and just, let them, because it's only going to last for so long, in a month or maybe two, where people are going to forget about us anyway, so it doesn't even matter.
I've been there, I mean, my job is in the public eye to a much, much, much lesser extent than being on a hit Netflix show, which is in every single country, like you said. But right, like you learn that you just have to let it go, right? Like you can't, and yes,
Mhm.
whatever the drama is today dissipates. Was that hard for, and then when you learn that, you're like, man, like, yes, I can teach other people. Like when you see someone going through it, you're like, you're gonna have to go through this, but once you're on the other side, you're like, man, it's such a great place to be. Like, was that hard? Like, did you go down that dark road for a long time of reading all those comments, or was it, to get to this point?
Season 1, after season 1, yes, I went down a dark path. It was a dark cloud that lasted for quite a few months, and then it wasn't until I really, made the decision that, listen, this is what I signed up for, and I need to just, remind myself who I am. This is not me. Season 1 was not me. Even my family was called me after the show and was like, "Are you okay?" Because none of them has really seen me cry either. And don't get me wrong, I'm a crier. I have feelings and emotions, and I'm not afraid to show them 100%. But my emotions were so heightened during season 1, and people don't know this. I was going through a lot of personal things. I mean, I was struggling in my business. I was completely broke, and I was scared, and so, but they didn't share that on the show. So people didn't know or realize how much I was going through behind the scenes, behind the curtains. And then when I was on camera, I just let it all out. Everything triggered me. And I was taking everything personal because of what was going on in here. And but coming out of it, it definitely, it was a slap in the face for me. Like, this is not Kayla. This is not the person that has gone through the adversity that I've gone through in my past. Don't know if you know my story, but it goes very deep. And so I just had to put, my big girl pants on and be like, you know what, let go of the negativity